All right, the Lions have a big-time receiver that we haven't really talked about that I think has a real chance to make the team and really contribute, and it's Jackson Meeks, Georgia, and then transfers to Syracuse for his kind of lone year there. Had over 1,000 yards, 6'6", big X receiver that we've kind of been looking for. Didn't have the speed, straight up speed. Maybe that's why, went undrafted, but has the size, the strength, and it's like, okay. He racked up over 1,000 yards and 7 TDs in 2024, and that was just in, again, his lone year from Georgia over to Syracuse. Now, what's interesting is we've been looking for that X receiver. Now, we'll see what Tesla does and where he fits in. He's that big body, strong receiver. Love it. But as you look out into the future, really, he could be there as Tim Patrick goes away. Who knows, right? So Jackson Meeks is somebody that, as we get into camp, we really got to focus in on. Because remember, we've done rookie minicamp, cool. OTAs, which is just OTAs. I don't know what the purpose is, other than just, all right, we're just kind of getting our bearings here a little bit. But then training camp really is. I mean, OTAs, if we're being honest, what the NFL's trying to do, and they've done an incredible job, is make NFL 365 days a year. So they are going to do the end of the season, and then there's always coaching staff changes, different things. And then they're going to go to the draft, and then they're going to do a little rookie mini camp, then maybe a mini camp, then an OTA. Then they give you this break that we're in right now, and then we get training camp, and off we go. It's like, well done. Well done, NFL. So OTAs are designed to be a little something to go in there. Love it. But we haven't learned a ton about who's going to actually make the team, but we will now that that's Jackson Meeks. Keep an eye on him. Now, speaking of our wide receivers, PFF ranked the wide receiver rooms in the NFL. And I got to tell you, I don't agree with what we got going on here. So, number 1, Philadelphia Eagles. Fine. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Okay. Like, is that right? Receiving core rankings. Number 2, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This one stunned me a little bit. Just because Emeka Egbuka, I get it, but we'll see. Mike Evans is getting older. Godwin's coming back. Bucky Irving. So they got stuff there. I appreciate that. But the Detroit Lions, really, seriously, Amon-Ra St. Brown, you would take over almost anyone. I mean, he is up there with Jefferson, Jamar Chase. He gets open, catches the ball. His stats, I mean, I was looking at some stats, and it's just like there's so many. They're in the theme of the stats are consistency. Every game, he gets 7 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. It's just like, not every game. You know what I'm saying? That's just his stat line every time. And it's like, that's incredible. Jameson Williams, who we have to just admit, like last year, 2 years ago, he's scoring in the NFC Championship game. Last year, he's running reverses. Even in that playoff loss, the whole thing was just insane. The guy's insane. Love it. Sam Laporta, who was kind of injured, just didn't get the ball a lot. Things just didn't go his way, if you will. Incredible. Great numbers. Jahmyr Gibbs. What else do you say? David Montgomery. So the whole point is the Lions are top 5. They could be 3. They could be 2. Whatever. The point is, great receiving core. That's without Tesla. That's without Jackson Meeks. That's without Tim Patrick. We don't know. We'll see what happens with those guys. But I love where we're at right there. Then you can easily flip over. PFF did the same rankings for the running back rooms. And it's like, let's go. So Derrick Henry spearheads the Ravens' top-ranked group. Fine. Go for it. There it is. There it is, baby. Detroit's dynamic duo of Gibbs and Montgomery. Gibbs finished third among qualifying running backs with a 91 PFF rushing grade. And Montgomery was right there. Remember, he was injured a little bit, and that was the whole criticism of the playoff loss was we had Jahmyr Gibbs. Let's roll with him. Give him every possible touch we can out of the backfield. What are we doing? But remember, David Montgomery came back. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. But remember, David Montgomery came back. We tried to get him involved. Point is, Jahmyr Gibbs is insane. I believe the Lions would be like second on the list without David Montgomery here. But it's like, because Jahmyr Gibbs is that good. The Lions running back depth chart is thin beyond those two, with Craig Reynolds being there 100%. And that's why we're really interested in that third running back. We shout out Craig Reynolds. And we don't need a third at the moment because these guys are so heavily involved. But it would be nice to have a third, obviously, right? Because one of those guys get injured, then you can still do your two-headed monster thing as the best you can if you need to. Again, that was the whole argument going into that last playoff game was we don't need to separate. We don't need to reserve energy. We don't need to keep – we got to just – Jahmyr Gibbs, you are in every play. You play quarterback. Do whatever you want. You play linebacker if you want. Don't let Gibbs off the field. Give him the ball. And we didn't do that. So, but throughout the regular season, cool. So, Sion Vaki might be the guy. Love it. Now, if you go through, if you're new, we really love to pick on DeAndre Swift. Let's just see where he's at. He's so good. I mean, the Lions, who obviously can evaluate running backs, they traded him to the Eagles, who have a great offensive line. They were like, nah, why don't you get out of here, man? The Lions and the Eagles both said, nah, why don't you take off, man? And thankfully, the best case scenario, the Bears were like, you know what? We'll pay a lot of money to come here. So if we look, there he is. Yeah, baby. If there's a remaining weakness for the Bears offense after a stellar offense where they upgraded they have a quarterback, they upgraded the offensive line, they've got weapons on the outside, it's their running back unit. DeAndre Swift just averaged 3.8 yards per carry last season, while 65 PFF rushing grade. Johnson's not great. And they have a 7th round pick. That's how you have to know. Again, we got rid of Swift and the Eagles got rid of Swift. Two of the best franchises, right? I mean, you have to, over the last 3 years, you could say Eagles further than that, but I'm just saying if you have to say one of the best franchises in the last couple of years, evaluating talent, running the ball, what we want to do. I mean, gosh, 30th. And they gave him big money too. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And we'll see all of you on the next one.